forecast time. Everything'll be just fine, 'cause it's Eugene's Daily. Don't mean maybe. It's Eugene's Daily weather forecast time.
Donnie, I found it strange. Remember the guy who created the hokey pokey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like he just died, right, last week. Oh. And I just heard in the news, I found it really difficult to get his body into the casket.
You found it difficult to get his body into the casket?
Well, the people who buried him.
The people,
trying to bury him.
Oh.
And, but, yeah, they just couldn't do it. And the problem was, they put his right foot in, they put his right foot out, and put his right foot in, and shake it all about. And then the weird thing, you do the hokey pokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about. But the thing is, like, they did all that, did the, the right foot, right arm, left arm, but then they had to put his whole self in. So they put his whole self in and his whole self out. And so it just couldn't happen. So I believe they cremated him. So, baby, Epstein, Epstein went to the movies last night. Went to the movies.
Cool.
Yeah, he likes his films. Films. He likes his films.
With his wife?
I believe he went with his wife, yeah. And anyway, they got into the cinema. And lo and behold, they noticed in front of them, like in the row just in front of them, there was a bloke there, sitting there with his dog. He brought his dog in to watch the film. He had his own seat, had his own popcorn.
Okay.
Not sure how he quite managed with the straw in the Coke, but, he did what he could. So the bloke sitting there with his dog, and Epstein looked at his wife, and she looked at him, and were like, okay, this is a bit interesting. Anyway, film starts, and, it came to a funny bit, and the dog goes, like he was laughing. Epstein was befuddled by this. Anyway, sad bit comes along in the film, and the dog's like, like he was weeping. I would describe it, gang. The dog was weeping. Anyway, and this sort of continued, like the whole film, just on cue in the right spots. The dog had, sounded like he was totally zoned into the film. So after the film finished, Epstein tapped the bloke on the shoulder in front of him and said, mate, I know this sounds weird, but it really sounds like your dog was enjoying that film. And the bloke said to him, actually it's really weird, because he hated the book. So, sweetie, you know how Epstein's got more hair downstairs than upstairs?
I didn't know that.
You know he's bald, right? It's never really bothered him that much. It's never really bothered him. But anyway, he called me this morning in a bit of a panic, I would describe it. Bit of a panic. Yeah. And he asked me, Eugene, do you know where I can buy a toupee from? And I said, mate, not off the top of my head, no. Sorry.
Trick. Yeah, darling.
I was just going to say, sweetie.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, yesterday, you know how I went out walking in the bush? Yeah, well, it's normally a pretty quiet thing. Nothing too much happens in the bush. But anyway, I heard from a distance, a distant roar from maybe a kilometre away. This fella just started screaming. Started screaming.
So I shouldn't be laughing, but he roared and screamed.
Yeah. Oh, he was screaming. He was absolutely terrified.
What was happening?
Oh well, he was just running at 1,000,000 miles an hour. He came past me, and it was like I almost didn't see him. He was gone. But his voice I could still hear way down the other end of the bush.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's a big bush. But what happened? He was being chased by this bear, because straight after that, the bear just didn't see me. I was hiding behind
You saw
the
the
other
bear.
bush. I was holding behind the other bush. The bear just so, and the guy was terrified. He thought he was going to get eaten. And so I heard him. Well, I saw him. I had my binoculars. I saw him lifted his head to the Lord and said, "Lord, please let this bear be a Christian."
Of course. Yeah.
And then I heard the bear. He bowed his head, lifted up his paws, prayer style. Father, for what I am about to receive, I am truly grateful. Hey, Dylan. Just seeing we're sitting in the car
Yeah.
reminded me of the Monaco Grand Prix last night. Don't suppose you caught
There's
the
a
news.
Monaco Grand Prix. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it took place last evening.
Yeah.
And there was why it was so interesting is because there was this bunch of snails, right?
Yeah.
Got together over a few beers or maybe a week ago, something
Snails
like that.
drink beer.
These ones do, yeah. And they were just having this conversation. And they were so sick and tired of being stereotyped as being slow, you know. And I feel for them. Anyway, they made this resolve.
Yeah.
Put in their application to the Grand Prix committee, created a team, and they said, no, we're going to put this rumour to bed once and for all. We're going to show everybody. So they created a team, got themselves some sponsors, all that, and they were on the starting grid for last night's Grand Prix.
Oh,
and
wow.
they, instead of painting a number on their car, they just painted this big letter S.
Of course, snail
Right.
and speed.
Now that you mentioned that. Anyway, the starting gun went off. You know, green, orange. No, hang on, red, orange, green. I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
Anyway, they took off at speed.
Yeah.
Took off at speed.
Yep.
Couldn't believe it. Like Andretti was on the grid. I think Senna might have been on the grid in the starting. You know, I think they were in pole position. Snow started from the back of the grid, and anyway, off they went. Past all these cars, first few laps,
Wow.
and by like lap, I believe it was lap 7, they lapped the whole field.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing it was, and the crowd's reaction was just incredible. They were all screaming, "Look at that S car go!" So, darling.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. I was just wondering, did you hear about those 3 kids that got stranded on that desert island?
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it was in the news yesterday, and terrible thing. They wound up there. Their boat sank, and they just off the coast of the island. They paddled in. Dog paddled in. I think one of them couldn't swim, and ended up there. And like they're basically, there's no way we can get rescue team to them. There's no food there. It's barren.
Oh, no.
Like, and they're destined to no way of survival.
Oh, dear.
They're destined to die and basically rot. Anyway, what the news of the morning is, they found this magic lamp.
Oh.
Yeah, and there was a genie in it, and the genie being, you know, the benevolent soul that he is, had granted each of these kids a wish each. So the first kid said, "I want to go home. I wish I was home." And the genie's like, "No problems." Sent the kid home. Second kid says, "Oh, man, I really want to go home too." Genie said,
The second kid has a lower voice.
maybe that. Anyway, Genie said, no problem. Send him home. So the third kid says, "Gee, I'm lonely. I sure wish my friends were back here." I don't suppose you heard the news last night or saw it on the radio this morning?
No.
Apparently, Vladimir Putin is being held hostage.
Oh.
Anyway, there was this Russian truck driver driving along the highway, and he came to this massive like bank up of cars and trucks. Like there was a jam as far as the eye could see all along the motorway, and and then he saw, and so he pulled up at the end, and you know, what on earth's going on? And anyway, he saw all these cops, right? All these cops walking up and down the lines of all the traffic, and like talking to people, asking them questions, and the guy's like, what on earth's going on? Anyway, one of the cops finally made it all the way back to where he was, about a k and a half down the road, and the driver wound down his window, and he's like, what on earth, what's going on? Oh, and the cop goes, our Vladimir, our esteemed leader, has been held hostage by some nut right up the front of the jam, and he says he wants a ransom. Like he's saying, if we don't pay him 10 million rubles, 10 million rubles, he's going to douse him in petrol and set him on fire.
Wow.
And the truck driver's like, oh wow, now it makes sense. Okay.
So they're getting people. They're walking up and down to get donation to help free the leader.
This is what the cops said.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're walking up and they're asking for donations so he'll be released and safe.
Yeah.
Our esteemed leader.
Yes.
And the driver's like, oh, on average, how much is each person donating? And the cop goes, oh, about a gallon. Hey, darling, so Epstein just called.
Yeah?
You know, it was him and his wife's 50th wedding anniversary.
Cool.
Yesterday, and you know, they had a lovely day. Went out for dinner. It was quite romantic, I guess you'd say. Anyway, got to the point, went to bed at night. They were lying next to each other, and Epstein's wife turned to him and said, honey, I'm feeling a bit aroused. Feeling a bit moist. You feel like helping me out? And Epstein, you know, big fella, he was pumped. He was pumped. Sprung out of bed, I believe he described it. Sprung out of bed, took all his clothes off, paraded around like a big rooster, like ready for action, right? And then his wife lets out a big sigh, leans back on the pillow, turns over, shuts her eyes. Thanks, honey. That did the trick. So, darling, I was out walking yesterday, as I do, just along the bush track, and yeah, I sort of happened upon this fellow, and he looked a bit down and out, a bit down on his luck, I thought, and the weird thing, there was no one else there, just him, and he was talking.
Oh.
And yeah, and I wondered if he was talking to himself or maybe he was talking on the phone, but no, there was no one else there. Anyway, so being the inquisitive person that I am, I just sort of slunk over, got on the bush, and just to see what he was talking about. And he was talking to God, and he said, God, is it true that like 1,000,000 years is like a second to you? And the Lord said, yes, my son. Yes, my son, that is absolutely true. 1,000,000 years is just like a second. And then he goes, oh, okay, well, is it also true that $1 million is like a penny? And the Lord said, yes, my son, indeed, yes. $1 million is like a penny. And he goes, and so the bloke goes, well, can you lend me a penny? And the Lord said, my son, wait a second. So, darling, you know how Epstein bought that big farm like a few months back?
Yeah.
Beautiful place, absolutely beautiful place, massive.
Yeah.
Big sprawling, rambling property, beautiful green fields for his sheep and his cattle. And but the prized aspect I think of the property, and Epstein will say this himself, is the beautiful big lake up at the top of one of the many big hills there, and it's just a gorgeous, beautiful lake. I mean, very clear water, and Epstein was so proud of it. He's actually put a whole bunch of picnic tables. I think he even put a big diving board and a little pier.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gorgeous. So just to make
Around
it
the
welcoming.
pool.
Around the lake, yeah.
The
yeah,
lake.
Yeah. And play equipment for kids, that sort of thing. And just to seal the deal and cap it all off, he planted a whole bunch of, I believe they were apple trees and pear trees. Might have been a few apricots, peaches.
Oh, wow. We should
Anyway,
visit
beautiful property. Anyway, so he called me up this morning anyway, and just had a little story to tell. Yesterday he was thinking like I haven't been up to the lake. Had taken a stroll up to the lake for a while, and so yeah, I thought, you know what, it's a beautiful day, it's nice, warm and sunny. I'll take a stroll up to the lake.
Yep.
So I grabbed myself a big white bucket, and thought, you know, on the way in, given that I've planted all these beautiful fruit trees, I might just sample some of the fare.
Oh.
Seeing I'm up there,
Cool.
right, on the way in.
Yep.
So anyway, he got up there, about an hour and a half trek, big property, and he got up there, and he could just smell the scent, the fragrant scent of the fruit in his nostrils, and he started hearing voices.
Oh.
It sounded very much like young women. So he described to me.
From where?
Well, they were coming in from the direction of the lake.
Oh.
Yeah, and he thought, what's going on here? So he got a bit closer and saw, it must have been half a dozen young women, like young nubiles, swimming, and they were skinny dipping. They weren't just swimming; they were skinny dipping. They were
In his
naked,
lake.
birthday suit style, in his lake. And so he came a bit closer and just stood there for a bit, and he just pondered it. And anyway, the women got sight of him, just standing on the bank there behind one of the pear trees, I think it was.
Yeah.
And they screamed out. One of them screamed out, "We are not getting out of this lake naked until you leave, until you turn your back and leave."
They don't want.
Like they own the place or something. And Epstein's like just looking at him like, "No, I have absolutely no intention of stopping you from skinny dipping. You can get out naked, and that's fine. I'm not even interested in looking at you. I just come here to holds up his bucket. I just come here to feed the crocodile."